Pay attention because what I'm about to reveal might completely shift how you understand your impact on women. Right now, as you're watching this, there are women from your past who still think about you. Maybe it was months ago, maybe years, but something about you left such a lasting impression that you still cross their minds when they least expect it. And here's the crazy part. You probably have no idea. See, most guys think being memorable means being the loudest, the richest, or the most obviously impressive. But that's not how a woman's memory actually works. Women remember feelings more than facts, and there's a specific type of man who creates feelings so strong that they become permanently etched in a woman's mind. If you're watching this video, there's a good chance you might be that type of man. I'm talking about the guy who doesn't realize he's unforgettable. The one who leaves women thinking, I wish I could meet someone like him again, long after he's gone. The man who somehow becomes the standard other guys get compared to, and most guys don't even come close. These women aren't just remembering you. They're carrying pieces of how you made them feel into every relationship after you. You've become their reference point for what real connection feels like, and they're frustrated because they can't find it anywhere else. So let me ask you something, and really think about this as I go through these signs. How many of these sound familiar? Because if even 4 of these resonate, I guarantee there are women in your life who consider you the one who got away, even if nothing serious ever happened between you. Sign 1. Women tell you things. They don't tell anyone else. This is huge, and most guys completely miss its significance. You're having what seems like a normal conversation, but suddenly she's sharing something deeply personal. Maybe it's a fear she's never voiced, a dream she's embarrassed about, or a story from her past that she usually keeps private. You probably think she's just comfortable around you, or maybe she's the type who overshares with everyone. But here's what's really happening. Something about your energy makes her feel safe enough to be vulnerable. And once a woman has been truly vulnerable with you, she can't forget you. See, women guard their inner world carefully. They've learned that most people will either judge them, try to fix them, or use their vulnerabilities against them later. But with you, she senses something different. Maybe it's how you listen without immediately offering solutions. Maybe it's how you don't make her feel weird for having complicated feelings. Maybe it's simply that you seem genuinely interested in understanding her, not just impressing her. When a woman opens up to you like this, she's essentially saying, I trust you with the real me. And here's the psychological truth. Once someone has experienced that level of trust and acceptance, they spend the rest of their life looking for it again. Years after knowing you, she'll find herself in conversations with other people, wanting to share something meaningful, and she'll think, I wish I could talk to him about this. You've become her benchmark for genuine human connection. Pay attention to this pattern. Do women frequently end up telling you their real dreams, their actual fears, their complicated family dynamics? Do they share things with you that surprise even them? That's not happening because you're just a good listener. It's happening because you possess a rare quality that makes vulnerability feel safe. Sign 2. They remember tiny details about you, years later. This one will blow your mind when you start noticing it. You run into a woman you knew casually years ago, and she mentions something incredibly specific about you. Maybe it's how you always ordered your coffee, or a joke you made once, or your opinion about some random topic you barely remember discussing. You're thinking, wow, she has an amazing memory, but that's not what's happening here. She doesn't remember tiny details about everyone from her past, just you. And there's a psychological reason why. When someone makes a significant emotional impact on us, our brain automatically stores more information about them. It's an evolutionary response. Our mind categorizes important people as worth remembering in detail. So when a woman remembers that you prefer your eggs over easy, or that you mentioned wanting to visit Japan someday, or that you had a specific way of laughing at your own jokes, it means you weren't just another person passing through her life. Here's what's really happening in her memory. You're associated with positive emotions. Maybe you made her feel understood, or safe, or intellectually stimulated, or just genuinely happy. Those positive associations caused her brain to create multiple neural pathways connected to you, which is why she can recall not just what you said, but how you said it, what you were wearing, what the weather was like. Most people forget each other within months of losing regular contact. But unforgettable men leave such a strong impression that women find themselves remembering them with startling clarity years later. They remember your preferences because they were paying attention on a deeper level than normal social interaction requires. Sign 3. They compare other men to you. This is the ultimate sign you're unforgettable, and it happens completely unconsciously. She's dating someone new and she finds herself thinking, he's nice, but he doesn't have that thing that your name had. She's in a relationship, but something is missing, and she can't quite put her finger on what it is until she realizes it's the way you used to make her feel. You've become her unspoken standard. Not necessarily for looks or career success, but for something much deeper. How a man should make a woman feel when he's truly present with her. Maybe it was how you really listened when she talked, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Maybe it was how you noticed when something was bothering her without her having to spell it out. Maybe it was how you could make her laugh even when she was having the worst day. Maybe it was simply that you seemed genuinely interested in her thoughts and opinions, not just trying to impress her with yours. Here's the psychological insight. Unforgettable men create what researchers call emotional benchmarks. You didn't just make her happy. You showed her what happiness with someone could actually feel like. You didn't just treat her well. You demonstrated what respect and genuine care actually look like in action. The tragic part is that she might not even realize she's doing this. She'll go on dates and feel disappointed without understanding why. She'll be in relationships that look good on paper but feel empty emotionally. She'll tell her friends, I don't know what's wrong with me, he's a great guy, not realizing that you've shown her what great actually feels like and everything else feels like settling. Sign 4. They reach out. During major life moments. This sign is incredibly revealing. She gets a promotion, experiences a loss, has a major breakthrough, or faces a difficult decision, and for some reason, you're one of the first people she wants to tell. Maybe it's a text, maybe it's a call, maybe it's a message on social media. She might even preface it with, I know this is random, but you probably think she's just sharing good news with friends, but there's something deeper happening here. During significant life moments, we instinctively want to connect with people who make us feel most like ourselves. And you, apparently, are one of those people for her. See, major life events create emotional intensity. And when we're feeling emotionally intense, we crave connection with people who truly understand us. The fact that she thinks of you during these moments means you represent something important to her. Maybe authenticity, maybe acceptance, maybe just the feeling of being genuinely seen and appreciated. Here's what's happening psychologically. You're associated in her mind with positive identity reinforcement. Somehow, interactions with you made her feel more confident in who she is. So when big things happen in her life, she wants to share them with someone who makes her feel good about herself. This isn't about romantic feelings necessarily. It's about something even more powerful. You've become someone she associates with feeling valued and understood. In a world where most interactions are surface level, you somehow created depth, and she can't forget what that feels like. Sign 5. They still follow your social media closely. In today's digital age, this is a dead giveaway. She likes your posts consistently, sometimes comments thoughtfully, and somehow always seems to know what's going on in your life even though you rarely talk directly. She might be the first to like your photos or one of the few people who actually responds to your stories. You might think she's just naturally supportive or active on social media, but pay attention to the pattern. Does she engage with everyone's content like this? Or is there something special about how she interacts with yours? Here's what's really happening. She enjoys feeling connected to your life, even from a distance. Seeing your updates gives her little doses of the positive feelings she associates with you. It's a safe way to maintain some kind of connection without having to make herself vulnerable by reaching out directly. But there's a deeper psychological element here. By staying updated on your life, she's keeping alive the possibility of future connection. She's not ready to let go of whatever it was you two shared, even if it was minimal. She's hoping that by staying present in your digital life, she might eventually find the courage or opportunity to reconnect in real life. This behavior indicates that you left her wanting more, not necessarily romantically, but more of whatever positive experience you provided. You became associated with good feelings, and she's reluctant to completely cut off access to those feelings. Sign 6. They bring you up in unrelated conversations. This one's subtle but incredibly telling. You're not there, but somehow your name keeps coming up when she talks to other people. Maybe she's telling a story and you're part of it. Maybe she's discussing a topic and mentions your perspective. Maybe she's explaining something and references something you once said. Her friends might even start to notice and ask, "Who is this person you keep mentioning?" Because you seem to come up in conversation more than most people from her past. Here's what's happening. You've become integrated into her mental framework for understanding the world. Your thoughts, opinions, and perspectives have become part of how she processes information. When she encounters certain topics or situations, she automatically thinks about what you said or how you would handle it. This is a sign of profound intellectual and emotional impact. Most people we meet leave little trace in our thought patterns. But unforgettable men somehow become woven into a woman's inner dialogue. You're not just a person she once knew. You're a voice in her head that helps her make sense of things. Sign 7. They remember exactly how you made them feel. This is the most important sign and the reason behind all the others. Ask her about you years later, and she might not remember exactly what you looked like or what you did for work. But she'll remember precisely how she felt when she was around you. Maybe you made her feel intellectually stimulated in a way that was rare for her. Maybe you made her feel beautiful without ever commenting on her appearance. Maybe you made her feel funny, or smart, or understood, or just completely comfortable being herself. Here's the profound truth about being unforgettable. It's not about what you said or did. It's about the emotional experience you created. Women don't reminisce about your accomplishments or your witty one-liners. They reminisce about feeling genuinely appreciated, truly heard, completely accepted. Maya Angelou said it perfectly. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And you apparently made them feel something worth remembering. Why this happens and what it means. The reason you've become unforgettable isn't because you're perfect. It's because you're authentic. In a world full of people trying to impress, manipulate, or use each other, genuine human connection has become incredibly rare. When women encounter it, they don't forget it. You probably don't even realize you're doing anything special. You're just being yourself, treating people with basic respect and kindness, and actually paying attention when they talk. But in today's world, that level of authentic presence is so unusual that it becomes remarkable. Here's what makes you different. You're not performing. You're not trying to be impressive or memorable. You're just being real. And authenticity is magnetic because it's so rare. Most people are so busy managing their image that they never actually connect with anyone on a genuine level. But you've somehow managed to stay authentic, and that authenticity creates experiences that women carry with them forever. You've shown them what real connection feels like, and once someone experiences that, they spend their life looking for it again. What to do with this information? If you recognize yourself in these signs, first understand what a gift this is. The ability to create lasting positive impressions without trying is incredibly valuable. It means you have something genuine to offer in relationships. But being unforgettable also comes with responsibility. These women aren't holding on to memories of you because they're obsessed. They're holding on to memories of how you made them feel, because those feelings represent something important to them about what human connection can be. If you're currently single and interested in dating, pay attention to these patterns. The women showing these signs might be worth a second look. Sometimes the best relationships come from connections that were always there, but never fully explored. If you're in a relationship, let this knowledge remind you of the impact you can have simply by being present and authentic with your partner. The same qualities that make you unforgettable to women from your past can deepen your current relationship. Most importantly, don't let this go to your head, but don't ignore it either. You possess something rare in today's world: the ability to create genuine human connection. Use it wisely, use it kindly, and remember that the women who can't forget you aren't remembering a performance or an image. They're remembering what it felt like to be truly seen, heard, and valued by another human being. And in a world where most people feel invisible most of the time, that's an incredible gift to give someone. Keep being yourself. Keep treating people well. Keep showing up authentically in your interactions. These qualities will continue to make you memorable throughout your entire life, and more importantly, they'll help you build the kind of meaningful relationships that actually matter. And remember, somewhere right now, there's probably a woman thinking about how you made her feel, hoping she'll meet someone else who can make her feel that way again, not knowing that what she's really hoping for is to find another person as genuinely authentic as you are. The question is, are you ready to recognize the impact you have and use it to build something meaningful?